Okay, here goes the next project. Okay, now this one, I used a few pages to design this one. This is, we're going to do an 8x8 page with this one. So let's go ahead and make sure we're on the first page. Now, the two cartridges I used for this one was Walk in My Garden for the ladybug and Georgian Basic Shapes for the square, actually, because I wanted to be able to lay everything on there to make sure it went on, everything fit on there before I cut everything out. And the little flower is actually from, I believe, from the Forever Young cartridge. Okay, so what I did first, what I did was I got the little shell from Walk in My Garden. Let me put it in the center here so you could see it. So what I did, because how I want this layout to be, let me zoom in for you. Okay, there we go. How I want this layout, what I want it to be is I want to be able to put three pictures. So 1, 2, 3, 3 pictures in here. These were the existing holes that were there already, but that's not going to fit the 3 pictures I want to use because this is going to be a layout, and I'm going to go ahead and the title's going to be Sisters. I'm going to make this for my 3 nieces. So this, what I did was I just got the little circles from the George cartridge, and they're about 2.5 inches in diameter, so on each one. So what I did was I just got the circle and I put it over and I welded this all. So after I done grouping everything together, what I did was I made sure they were all grouped, and then I clicked on my advance button. Oops, there we go. And I made sure this little, I call it the combination lock, make sure that's highlighted because I want that welded all together. So if we put the little eyeball on it, it'll show you it's all in red, so that means it will, the bigger holes will cut out, and it'll make more sense when you see it on paper. The smaller ones are still going to cut out because I cannot, since this doesn't have the hide contour feature yet, I cannot hide those. I could have, but if it would have had that feature, but I can't. So it will cut out the smaller ones also. So, and then what I did, so let me take the eyeball off. So I went to page 2. Now page 2 is the actual base of my ladybug. So what I did was I just made sure he was the same size because that first part I'm going to layer on top of him. And page 3 is where I did this big, the 8x8 square. And how I did was I made sure I laid, let me show you how I did it. Okay, so here goes my square. What I did was I set it up right in the center of the page. And let's see, page 4 is the little flowers. And let me find the flower. There goes the flower right there. I'm going to put the flower probably up here. Yeah, I'm going to put the flower there instead. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring my ladybug down here. Let's go to page 2, and the ladybug's going to be right there. See, I like doing the little different page features. So if you want another page, you click on this little, oops, let me show you what button you need to click on to get the page, next page. This little plus button, that's the button you're going to push to get you a different page. Okay, so that's that page, and let me go to page 3, page 4, and page 1. Okay, and that's how that part came out. What I did was, I'm going to go ahead, I want to use the word sisters, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to my little plus feature here to get another page, which will be page 5. And I'm going to go ahead and click up here. And I think I'm going to want the words to be probably 1.5 inches. So let's go ahead and do that, 1.5 inches. And we're going to spell out sisters. So I'm going to do S-I-S-T-E-R-S. Sisters. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do, let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of like, I want to weld sisters together. So because I don't like cutting out letters that are just all separated, it's just easier to do it all in one shot. So I'm going to go ahead and use my advance tool here. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that one, and I'm going to just kind of see how I'm tilting it a little. And then, actually, no, it's tilted just a bit too much. There we go. Let's go ahead that way, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this one, but we're going to do it the opposite direction. And same this way. Oops. Sisters. Okay, so now we're going to make sure they're all grouped together, which they're all grouped together, and we're going to click on Advance and click on the little welding button there, and we're going to eyeball it to make sure it's all welded. So it is welded perfectly. You see how the gray parts in between, that means they're all going to cut out as one. So let's go back. So what I'm going to do, this is going to land up being at the top here. It's going to say Sisters, and that's how I want my layout that's what I want my layout to look like. So I went ahead, already cut everything out. Let's go ahead and put it together. Here we go. This is the paper I am using, and I believe this paper is from Mind's Eye, if you could pick up at 2Ps. And here goes all of my pieces for it. And I went ahead and I did all the white stitching since I don't have too much time to do it here on video. I used my white Jelly Roll white gel pen, and I love that's my favorite. So this is going to be placed right here on my paper, and this is just plain black cardstock from Paper Tray Ink. And this one here is this little pink and white polka dot one is from Jilly Bean. I love it. Isn't that cute? You see how it perfectly made the circles? So I'm going to put all three girls. It's going to be Isabel, Alicia, and Olivia. Their three little faces are going to go there. And this is how it came out. I also white gel pen this. Didn't this come out cute? And this is going to go up here in the corner. And this here is the little flower. Oh, you know what? I didn't even, did I show you the flower on there? Yes, I did. This flower was cut out using the Forever Young cartridge, and this is going to go there. Okay, but before we attach everything on, I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping here. And we're going to go ahead and stamp for this one. So super sweet. And this is from My Pink Stamper. This is from My Pink Stamper Everyday Occasions. So I'm going to use my same black ink from Paper Tray Ink. So super sweet. That is so cute. Okay, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do with this, let me go ahead and close that. It looks a little plain around that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do quick little stitching around the center of the flower so it won't look so plain. Let me go ahead and do that really quick. I'm just going to use a black Stampin' Up! Marker for this. Okay, much, much better. Okay, so super sweet. Because that's what they are. My nieces are so super sweet. So let's go ahead and get everything onto the page. Alright, how perfect is that? Isn't that cute? Just a simple page because I like simplicity. And polka dots are my favorite. Okay, there goes our second project down. Let's go ahead and start on our last.